Picture you going to the gas station as usual to pay for gas, to get a snack, to get a drink, and you pay and you leave as usual. But one day you go in, you stand in line, and all hell breaks loose. Both of these men pictured on my screen would be the instigators of some tragic events that would lead 1 dead and 2 injured. All I need is a few minutes to talk about this story.
Because everything happened inside here. Prosecutors today revealing that the clerk was arguing with this alleged gunman on the other side of the protective glass here. There's 3 customers in here, and from behind the glass, the clerk is able to flip a switch and lock these doors, turning this place into a death trap. One of them survived. I spoke to him this afternoon.
Yeah, I was shot in the hand. I was shot in my side, and I got shot in the back. So he shot me 3 times.
That is the voice of one of 3 gas station customers. Not only shot 3 times, police say, by accused gunman Samuel McCray, but he was also trapped inside the shop with that gunman by the gas station clerk. He does not want to be identified, concerned for his safety. When that clerk refused to let the 3 customers in harm's way out of the gas station, he turned to the gunman and pleaded for their lives.
And I say the same thing, like, man, we don't got nothing to do with this. Unlock the door. And the dude say, if you don't unlock the door, I'm going to shoot everybody in here. I turn around and look at him and say, please, man, don't shoot us. We don't got nothing to do with this. I turned around and looked at him. He had the gun in the back of my head, and I put my hand up, and he shot my hand. And I ran from him. Then he grazed my side. And then when he shot me the 3rd time, that's when I fell and I had to play dead.
That gunman shot another customer trapped with them and shot and killed 37-year-old Gregory Kelly. McCray was arraigned today, where prosecutors say the clerk thought McCray was going to walk off with $4 worth of items. With a switch behind the counter, the clerk blocked the door, and prosecutors say the clerk turned up the heat by arguing with the gunman. After shooting the 3 customers by emptying his handgun, only then did the clerk behind the protective glass unlock the door, letting the gunman get away.
After he shot all of us, then he unlocked the door.
So this tragic event took place on May 6th at around 3 a.m. And, after all this had happened and the police showed up, they arrested McCray. I don't know how much names this guy. Sometimes they name his name is Samuel Anthony McCray. Some places they go by the middle name, and there's places I saw that they named him James, but his name is supposedly Samuel Anthony McCray. So at first, of course, they initially charged McCray because he was the gunman. But afterwards, there were a lot of people putting pressure and saying, are they going to arrest the clerk? Because he instigated this thing. Even if the guy, had he just let the people out, the guy probably would have knocked down stuff or whatever, shoot up the glass, which was like bulletproof, and then that's it. But at least these people would have been alive. Nope. That's not what he did. But eventually they ended up charging him anyway.
I think he should be charged. I really do.
A gas station clerk is now being charged in connection with a triple shooting at a Detroit gas station on May 6th. Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy says Al Hassan Aish played a role in the shooting death of an innocent customer because he pushed an automatic security button locking the doors. It happened at this Mobil on McNichols near the lodge. Customers trapped inside with the gunman upset about his $4 purchase being declined. Police say Samuel McCray shot all 3 of them. Gregory Kelly died at the scene. The other 2 men survived.
Minding your own business, you come into a business and you get shot. I mean, what kind of system would that make?
Meanwhile, the store clerk, just 22 years old, was not in harm's way.
He was behind the bulletproof. He should have never locked the door.
Aish is being charged with involuntary manslaughter. Investigators say he eventually pushed a security button to unlock the doors, but failed to tell the customers. They say that was just seconds before McCray started shooting. So I can tell you right now that the gas station remains closed. Police closed it down the day of the shooting. Actually happened in the middle of the night, so later that day they closed it down because it was an unauthorized business, not licensed.
So as you heard from both news story, eventually both men were charged in the death of George Kelly and the injuries to the other men that was in the gas station at that time. Mind you, that George Kelly lost his life and these two men got injured because of an iced tea and donuts. That's what it was. That's all it was. Iced tea and donuts. This guy let loose because they say the guy was, going back and forth with him. Maybe, he was telling him you broke this or you broke that, because he's 22 years old. He telling I'm just speculating. You broke this. You ain't about to do nothing, because he was telling him, say, if you don't open the door, he's gonna shoot everybody. So he probably telling him, you ain't about to do nothing. You a punk. You no good. So he's saying all these stuff to him, making him more and more irate. Mind you, the people told him they will pay for him. Because, it's embarrassing. You went to go pay for something. You probably thought you had just about enough money. And he could have been missing like 2 cents. Like, depending on what card you got, they're going to decline it if you don't have the exact amount. Some cards, it'll let it go through, but you're just going to get charged the overdraft fee. But he might have just had $3.97 and it declined. That's embarrassing. Of course, that's embarrassing. But what a normal person would do, hey, I'm going to get some money in my car, and probably don't come back because you don't have any money. Okay, that's okay. Forget it. Forget about it. Leave it. Or you pretend like, wow, I thought I have money. Oh, maybe maybe my wife or girlfriend or my boyfriend, he used it or whatever, and just walk out. Nope. I'm not sure if after he probably was going back and forth with the clerk, and that's why the clerk started, he probably was saying stuff that showed that he was going to run out, and the clerk locked the door. But it was iced tea and donuts. Come on. Seriously, it doesn't even make any sense. Because at the end of the day, even if he had locked the door, but when the guy was saying, okay, people say, oh, but he's not supposed to get away with stuff. Okay, that he locked the door because the guy was trying to go out with the stuff. But as soon as the guy was saying, threatening, hey, I'm going to shoot everybody, I'm sure he pulled out a gun. Wasn't that the better choice to say, you guys get out, I opened the door, get out now? But he was too busy going back and forth with McCray, this Al Hassan, that caused this guy his life and 2 other people injured. Why? It doesn't, for iced tea and donuts. Make it make sense. So now I think they charging him with involuntary manslaughter. So he faces up to 15 years. Doesn't mean he's going to get 15 years. Doesn't mean he's going to stay in jail for 15 years. But he faces up to 15 years. But he's going to spend some time in jail. He's going to spend some time in jail. Or if they give him probation, stuff like that. If he get a good lawyer, who knows? But his life will forever be changed, because that guilt will forever, ever stay with you. The fact that you caused these people their lives for iced tea and donuts. I mean, you could just let him, if you want to go steal, just other places. I've seen other places, people literally come in and just walk in, get whatever they want to get, and then they walk out. I've seen this. Some of the people, they're not going to put, other clerks, they're not going to put their life in jeopardy for what? For some corn dogs, for a Pepsi, for a hot dog. Nope. They just go back. They go back. They take a still shot of the person on the camera, and then they have the picture there so they can watch them. And make sure when the police is on shift or whoever security is on shift to watch out for that person. That's all you should did. But that at the end of the day, they wasn't even supposed to be. They wasn't even supposed to be open anyway, because they probably didn't have the proper business licenses, or it had expired, or whatever it may be. So they wasn't even supposed to be operating. So now I think the families probably are suing Exxon and Mobil, because it happened out of Mobil. Exxon and Mobil, or Mobil, whatever the company name, because of this. This is some foolishness. This young man, and I always say, you people with neck tattoos and chest tattoos, they are something. They some very strange people. They some very, very, they are, and most of them are very dangerous. Yes, you may have neck tattoos and chest tattoos, and you're an angel and you love people and you would never do something like that. That's you. But the majority of people that I know that have neck tattoos and chest tattoos, they are very dangerous. They get in a lot of stuff. They do not have emotional intelligence. Something is seriously wrong with them. The fact that you could put tattoos on your neck and chest too, I don't know, but whatever. So Al-Hassan they gave him a $200,000 bond. Some people say, why they even give him bond? Because he probably, he just made a very stupid decision to lock the door for some iced tea and donuts and then unlock it and not telling the people that he unlocked it. Because the people, first they started pleading with him, unlock the door, unlock the door, unlock the door. And he probably saying he's not going to unlock the door, or he probably not even paying them attention. He's just still going back and forth with McCray. And the guy said when they saw that he was not listening, he wasn't paying attention, so they started pleading to McCray. And McCray wasn't having, because McCray was already at 1,000. He wasn't coming down. And unfortunately, he chose to pull out his gun and use it on innocent people that had nothing. Because that man was going back and forth with you. Those people didn't have anything to do with that. And they actually offered to pay for your $4 iced tea and donuts. So we have a lot of people that have no emotional intelligence walking around with guns. And most of the time, it's not that they get it legally. Most of the time, it's not legal. It's illegal. But I've heard this guy. He's a veteran. And he was like, he's able to get, because he's a veteran, and in the training that he got, he could have several firearms and different things like that, different weapons. But he has never done that. He say the last time he touched a weapon was when he was in service. He says after that he has never touched never bought a gun, never purchased one. He don't need it, even though he could get it. Why? Because he say he gets angry very easily, and he doesn't know how to go down. He said when he's up there, that's in his training. He's gonna take it and then take you out. But he knows how he is. He said that's why he has never ever gotten a weapon ever. He said he don't need that because he know what he's capable of. But we have people that they know that's how it is, but they still want to walk around with these weapons, knowing that they are unable to control their emotions, unable to control their anger. This is ridiculous. But that's all I had to say on this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.